Hey everybody, wanted to welcome Esmie Lawrence with us and to share a little bit more about her journey becoming a best-selling author, because I bet you guys are really curious about how that happens behind the scenes. So Esmie, I know you are a Olympic track star and you have a podcast called Sprinting to Success. Um,
Right.
so tell us a little bit more about like your journey to where you are now, why you wanted to write the book, and all the fun stuff that you've been doing.
Right. Yes. So thank you so much, Vickie. I really appreciate your time to learn about me. And so the reason why I wanted to write my book was because I wanted to share my mom's story and my story. And so it was my story was a story of transformation where I was feeling depressed and feeling, like lost. I was coming out of a marriage that I was married for almost 24 years. And so I didn't really know where I was in life. And so I went, so then, when my mom was, then of course my mom was in the hospital. And then so I was, depressed and lost. And, look at this lady, I'm thinking my mom was just amazing, And so then what happened was, when my mom got, felt a little better a couple of days later after I saw her in the hospital, I said, something said to me, ask her the question. I said, Mom, why did you call me Sunshine? And
Mhm.
she said, I said, your godmother called you Sunshine because she saw light in you. And Vickie, I'm thinking, where's my light?
Uh,
Lost, I was just depressed. My marriage was, was just, I knew that wasn't going to work out anymore. And I
mhm.
didn't know what to do, and so I went on, that journey, trying to find who I was, and just trying to, I went to see Lisa Nichols. And I know you were there that year too. And, went to her convention and I was just so inspired. And I said, I'm going to share my story. And the reason why I want to share my story because I found who I was. I found the Esmie that was the Olympian, the champion, the person that's empowered, the person that had goals and dreams. And whereas, like for decades, I lost all that. So
Yeah.
once I found myself, I always say I was lost in a pit, and I had to go and grab myself, pull myself up and say, you're a champion. You can do this. And so once I found out some of the little secrets, the things that helped me to become the person I am today, I wanted to share my story. And of course, I wasn't really exactly sure, how I was going to go about it. And then I found you.
Yay!
Yes, yay, yay. And, and with you, it was so easy. You just like a formula, a script that I could follow and to write my story. And that's how I got started writing that, decided to write the book. And of course, it was really awesome because I became an Amazon best-selling author, which is like, what, me?
The day it launched, right? Is that why the cover of the
Yes.
book has yellow on it or
Um,
something?
yes. I mean, the day it launched, it was just like amazing. In fact, I kept on checking and I'm thinking, like Esmie, like people are buying your book, and you're a best-selling author, and I was like going, yeah, I have my book here,
Yeah, it's cute.
of course it's like, backwards, I guess, saying the writing,
No,
but I was just like so excited and I couldn't sleep the night before.
of course.
It was launched. It's like, oh, I'm so excited, But you know what that book did for me?
Hmm.
Once I realized that, I'm a best-selling author and people were, like giving me reviews on the book and saying it was really awesome. And, they're on a journey of transformation because some of the things I said in my
Yeah,
book, I'm thinking, wow, you know
right.
what, I can do a lot more. I decided to I want to become a podcaster,
Yes.
a blogger. I start writing. I felt like I could do anything,
Mhm.
because, and Vickie, writing a book, I always encourage people to write a book because when you write a book, it's like therapy. It
Mhm.
breaks you open,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and then all the wounds are starting to heal because you have to address them.
Mhm.
Things I put in my book I've forgotten for years,
Oh, wow.
and then my book made me cry. It made me laugh,
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
know, and
one of the things I say often is the most transformational book you'll read is the one that you write.
yes. And that is so true because I mean, like it's like giving birth.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you baby this book and you put things in and you take things out and it just brings you on your own journey. It brings you for me a journey from when I was a child, all the way up, to adulthood, and it's like, wow, I can't believe I'm remembering these things that happened to me, good and bad.
Right.
And so then I thought, well, after I wrote this book, I really felt really empowered. Just writing a book alone, I felt empowered. And I just feel I can just do anything, and I realized that, what? You don't have to be perfect,
Yeah.
because I could spend another year trying to write the same book. And I thought, what? It's a time that you have to let the book go.
Yeah, absolutely. You could go round and round and round in circles.
Round and round, exactly,
About like one word, or let's move this, or maybe I should add that, or maybe I should take
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you know what? I mean, like nothing is perfect, and then you work and think, oh, I should have kept that in. Oh, take this out, or, but no, once you just said, okay, the book is done, somebody edit the book and then just release it, because this is where you are at this time in your life. And the book is perfect the way it is. Yeah. Well, I mean, you could always update it later on if you want to, right?
Right.
But right now, I said the book was just amazing, and it really allowed me to know that I'm an author. I can write.
Yeah, you can. And you know what I love so much about what you said, because sometimes people say to me, I need to live more life, or let me wait another 2 years because I'm intending on doing X, Y, Z. And then I can write about that in addition to these other things. And I just say, you know what, there's always going to be something else you can write. And most of my authors come to me with the intention of, I'm going to write this one book. And then once they're done, they're like, wait a minute, I think I have a few more in me, now that they understand the process and realize that it's not as hard as they thought it was.
Exactly. I mean, with your guidance, it was really easy. I just gave myself timelines. This is what I want to do. And, and then I just went and I just followed your course and put things in I was supposed to put in, and I just followed it. And it was like, I was done in no time. It's like, hey, it's not so bad.
You're a superstar. So now, up in the future, what do you see in the horizon for stuff that you're going to do, things that are going to open up for you? Are there things that you think wouldn't have happened if you hadn't have written this book?
Definitely. So I'm speaking on stages now.
Yay!
And because I can share the stories in my book. I can sell my book also when I get to these places that, and so, so it make me a little bit more money, and I can become an authority, and I could share my story to the world, because I want to inspire. And the purpose of the book is to inspire others, and to let them know that, here I am, I'm an Olympian, but this Olympian is not perfect. This Olympian had struggles that she had to overcome, and so if I can do it, you can do it too. And the book just said, it gives me courage, and so I'm going to use my book to just put myself out there more, and when you're an author, not everybody can write a book, right? And because they think they can't, so they can't. But if you think you can, you write your book, you write your story, and you just people admire authors. It's like when I say, yeah, I wrote a book, and people go, really? You wrote a book? They're just amazed.
Yeah. They say that people regard author higher than they do doctor.
You know what? Yes, because it takes a lot of courage to write a book, because you have to put yourself out there. Like you have to share your pain. And it's like, I mean, like, and initially when I thought about sharing my pain, I thought, oh, it's so embarrassing, but then I thought, no, it's in your pain. It's in your worst nightmares that people are going to relate to you and realize that, you know what, you look what happened to her and look where she is now. So if she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah. I really appreciate you mentioning that too, because all of us have had that fear of, what are they going to say if I share this? What are they going to think of me if I tell them the whole truth? A lot of times we want to share the story like just kind of on the surface and not go deep in it, but it's where you go deep where people really find the connection, and that is where you can truly help more people. When you're surface, you don't help as many people as
Right.
really share what has happened, what went through your head, all those struggles that you had, so that, like you said, they can see, oh my gosh, she's not perfect.
Right.
And if she could get herself into that and out of that, then I can do that too.
Oh,
So
definitely. I mean, like, and then, I came to the realization that what people think about me, I don't care. It doesn't
yeah,
matter what people think of, because, and I heard that when I went to a conference, and Lisa Nichols, she said, what people think about you is none of your business.
that's right. That is right.
Oh, and I love that, So when I decided to put things in my book that, my shame, things I'm embarrassed about, things, my failures, I decided to put it in there. And the only reason why I put it in there, not because of me, but because of the people it's going to help.
Right, right. And when you start thinking about the people you can help
Right.
versus your own fears or limiting beliefs or even ego, then the book becomes a lot easier to write
Oh,
because you're thinking more about them and it has more impact because you're writing it for them.
exactly. And you know what? My book actually is really helping me in my podcast.
Yeah,
Because in my podcast now, I just, when I'm talking to people, and I want to share something, I just share it,
yeah.
and so I share my struggles, I share my pain, I share my joy, because, because it's out there now anyways, right? So it's
Mhm.
easy to just say, yeah, this happened to me too. And I
Yeah,
can relate to you, because, I was depressed too. I was, I was lost too. And so for me, it's easier to share my pain, my struggles, my joy,
yeah.
with my listeners, because it's in
Mhm.
the book. It's there
Yeah,
already.
yeah, yeah, for sure. So hold up your book again so everybody can see it. So if you guys want to go grab this, it's on Amazon. How to
Yes.
Embrace Challenges by Esmie Lawrence. Step
Step
into
into your
your power.
power. Yes.
For sure. And go check that out. Thank you so much, Esmie, for sharing your journey, sharing everything that you shared in your book, for being so transparent and being the light for the people who needed that inspiration. And it
And
was,
thank you. Thank you
yeah,
so much. And you know what, for those who are listening, you want to, write, somebody help you write a book. Vickie was amazing. So go no further. Go and email her, DM her, because she will help you with the book. And the book that she helps you write is the book that you want to put out there.
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Esmie, for
Oh,
that.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, it was such a joy to be able to talk to you again. I know because you're in Canada, like it's not like we
Yes.
really get to cross paths that much. So it's always so cool to be able to talk to my authors. So thank you for sharing. I appreciate your time.
Oh, you're welcome, Vickie. Anytime.
Thanks.